Greetings, I'm the Raging Snail of this Scarlet Squad coming at you with a deck profile of my Melffys. This is a very cute deck to play, very fun, and yeah, it can really throw your opponent off guard, especially in game 1 when they have no idea that this deck actually packs a punch. So without further ado, let's get into the monsters. I play 3 Puppy, and with all the standard Melffy monsters, you can put them back into your hand when your opponent summons a monster or declares an attack. And with Puppy, after that's done, you can bring out a level 2 or lower beast from your deck. Doesn't have to be a Melffy monster, so really cool there. It's probably the best one out there. I play 2 Cat. Cat is essentially your Strato, so you put it back in your hand, and they can search any beast monster. Doesn't have to be Melffy, any beast. I play 2 Penny, 2 of the Dolphin. This is your tuner. It's water, so slightly different in your combo plays, but you can special from your hand when a Melffy returns, and then you can bring out another Melffy from your hand and then synchro summon with this. So there's some really fun plays you can do there, especially if you can synchro summon on your opponent's turn. I also play 2 Wally. Wally, when you bounce it back, it brings out any 2 Melffys from the deck. So a good combo is Wally into Puppy, and then your other choices, well, it's really up to you, but yeah, some really fun combos there. I play 1 Fenny. Fenny doesn't really come in hand all that much, but when you return it to the hand, you can special any beast from your hand. I play 1 Pony. Pony is just help with your graveyard. When it returns, you can add a level 2 or lower beast monster from grave to hand. And I do play the 1 Rabby. Rabby I mainly play for staring contest because it has this nice 2100 defense, and it's just a monster to play, and why not? It actually can help you in games and in time situations, believe it or not. Okay, so that does it for the Melffys. For other beast monsters, 2 Calantosa. When you special summon this off a beast monster, you can pop any card on the field, so it's awesome. That's mainly what I use to get rid of back row or any pesky things. 2 Valorfon. This is also your other tuner, and you can discard a card, target 1 level 2 or lower beast type monster in your graveyard except itself, and special it. So you have some combos there with this and Calantosa. I am playing the Beaver lineup. I really like this card, especially going first. It just gets you a free extra monster on the board, and it's water, so you have some power plays you'll see in a little while. Of course, since it's a beast deck, I play 3 Rescue Cat. It did get watered down. This is the newer one that has the watered down effect. But if you can get this turn 1 onto the board and it doesn't get Veilered or Ash or anything like that, you essentially can make Natty Beast with this, and your opponent may enter the scoop phase following that. 1 Mind Mole. This card is actually awesome. I really like it. This card helps you go into Nat Beast. It's cool as it can sit for a destruction of battle, so it'll just stay on the board for a little bit, so you have some protection. And if you synchro summon with this, which you will, you get to draw a card. It's really helpful there. 2 Alphas. This is kind of your boss monster of the deck. As long as your monsters have less attack than your opponent, which they will, because Melffys have like no more than 400 attack, you can bring this guy out for free. And then you can bounce him and other beast monsters, and then bounce the same cards your opponent has. Really good there. You have some restrictions with attack, but it's nothing really to worry about. The card is great. I'm considering cutting it down to 1, but I really like it at 2. The last monster I play is Sprite Pixies. This is kind of like an honest in hand, but what's great about this is that if you control a level or rank 2 monster, you can bring it out from said hand. I am debating on cutting it and exchanging it for 2 Gamma Burst. Gamma Burst boost all your level 2 and link 2 monsters, or basically anything with a 2 in it, by 1400 attack and defense, and then you can banish it from your graveyard next turn and then boost 1 monster in particular. So I go back and forth between the cards. I haven't really figured out what to do there. Okay, so that does it for monsters. On to spells. For the Melffy cards, I play 2 Staring Contest. I don't think you can stack them if you have both of them on the field. I'll go over that more in a second. I play 2 Tag and 1 Hide and Seek. Hide and Seek's your recycler. You put 3 beast monsters with different names into your deck from the grave and shuffle them, draw 1. Really cool there. Also has some protection, preventing every beast from being destroyed by card effect for just once in that turn. Tag is just a monster reborn for your Melffys. Really cool. And Staring Contest. What you do is when your opponent enters their battle phase is you reveal all these Melffy monsters you have in your hand, and then your opponent loses attack on them. So they'll at least lose 400 for 1 Melffy card. But what you do is you reveal a beast monster with Staring Contest, put it back in the deck, search a Melffy, and usually you search Rabbit, or Rabby, because when you reveal him, all your opponent's monsters lose 2100 attack, and it's just so trolly. I love it. For the generic stuff, we have 3 Obedient Schooled. This is great turn 1, and even late game it's really good, so that's why I played at 3. If you control no monsters, you can special summon 3 level 2 or lower beast effect monsters with different names from your deck. Their effects are negated and destroyed during your end phase. This, however, does lock you into beast monsters, so keep that in mind when you go into your extra deck. I also play 3 Ares Rock Sunrise. This is another Monster Reborn for your beast monsters, but it's better because when you bring it out, your opponent's monsters lose attack 200 for every beast monster in your graveyard. So it's really good late game, really good at recycling your monsters and bringing them back on the board. For my silly, salty, spicy card of the deck, the tech card, I play 1 Messenger of Peace. This card makes it so that any monster with 1500 attack or less cannot declare an attack. Really good for stalling, and it's really good if you have no other plays and your opponent can't out it. So it's fun, and during your standby phase, it'll just cost you 100 life points to keep it on the board. So it's really cool, and it's an old school card, so why not? My 40th card is Melffy Playhouse. This is my only trap in the deck. You detach materials from beast Xyz monsters you control, then target up to that many cards you controls and bounce them. So this deck does a lot of bouncing, not so much destruction. And on top of that, all the beast monsters gain 500 attack for each material detached to activate this card until the end of the turn. So you can sort of push for game, but this is just kind of your protection card. Very trolly at that too. Okay, so that does it for the main deck. Onto the extra deck, which is actually quite colorful. I'm going to play 2 Melffy of the Forest and 1 Joyous Melffy. I don't play the other Melffy. I think it's the mommy card. I just don't really see much utility for her. This essentially is your searcher for any Melffy card. And when your Melffys bounce, this can negate your opponent's monster effects for each one that gets bounced. So it's really nice. And it has a nice 2k booty. So it not only does it search, but it can help protect you. And Joyous Melffys, you can put multiple monsters on this. It's 2+ level 2 beast monsters. And when you detach, your Melffys can attack for the turn. So this says nice 2k attack. You can do that. And essentially, you target a beast Xyz monster you have. Typically this, put it back in the extra deck. And then you can bring out Melffys from your grave up to the materials it had. Really fun there. 1 Raccoon. Raccoon's great. When you have your Alpha on the board, it just gets you a nice token that has also 3k attack. I play 1 Cat Shark. This is good for your water monsters because while it has water material, it can't be destroyed by battle. And what's cool with this is you can detach a card from this, target a rank 2 or rank 4 or lower, and double their attack. So if you have these 2 on board, you detach with this, and then this becomes a 4k attack, and you can attack directly over anything in your way. The last rank 2, I play Gigantic Sprite, one of the newer ones. You can also use Link 2 monsters, which you'll see in a moment. And this essentially can get you out a free monster from your deck. It has some restrictions with that, just keep that in mind, but it's still really good to play. And because I like making this with a Link 2 monster, its stack doubles to 32. Since we're playing a bunch of Xyzes, why not play Zeus? As long as you attack with any of your Xyzes, you can slap this on M2, and yeah, your opponent cries. Okay, on to Link monsters. I play 1 of the rank 4 Tri Brigade. This is really good at just banishing stuff and going for game. This is your good play for just bringing out another beast from your hand, and you get a free draw, and then you have to put a card back when it goes to grave. So really good there to link up. And Shima's kind of new. This card is just 2 monsters with the same level. And what you do is when you link summon it, you can special summon 2 monsters for the same level, 1 from hand and grave. So you go for Penny with this typically. Or I'm sorry, you go for, I forget what the card is, but you make it. You get out both your monsters, and then you take one of those monsters in a Hashima, and you make Sprite, and then you use Sprite effect, get another monster on board, and then it has 3200 attack. So really good there. And then since you Xyz with this later on, or you make this and then you Xyz Sprite in general, you can target a Spell Trap your opponent controls and destroy it. So really good there. Okay, 1 Merry Melffys. I guess I was wrong. I actually do play 1 more Melffy card. This is the new synchro they got. When it's special summon, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field and bounce it. Really cool there. And then if your opponent does the standard Melffy text, where if they summon or declare an attack, you can return this card to the extra deck and then special summon a Melffy Xyz monster from your extra deck instead. So really cool there. Play one Arc Light because you can make it with the tuners, and this is just good at locking your opponent out and trolling them. It does also banish stuff, so watch out for that. Natty Beach, you gotta play this. It's really easy to make turn 1, and like I said, it's just a game-winning card. Another card I think is kind of interesting is this Virtual Beast monster. You need essentially 3 monsters to make it because it's 6. But as long as you have 2 monsters with the same type and attribute, it can't be destroyed by battle card effects, and you can banish 2 of those monsters from your grave, and then you can target 1 card of the field, send it to the graveyard. So it doesn't destroy, doesn't bounce, but it just sends it to the grave, so that's pretty nice. And of course, the final card is 1 Scarlight, and you can make it in this deck. Even better. That's going to do it. Thanks for watching.